Time now for Hawk Zone, sponsored by Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
The Seahawks improved to 4-2 on the year with a win on the road against the Jaguars. Seattle beat Jacksonville 20-12, and Terry Holloman joins me in the Hawk Zone like he always does to break this one down. Oh yeah. Let's start with the defense because they really turned it around after last week. 7 sacks on the day.
Yeah, they did. They had a disappointing week the week prior to. This week they had a concerted effort and it looked really good straight out of the gate. They started out strong. A quarterback sack on the first play, big time. And I think the defensive line, like you said, is a place where it all starts. You got guys up front like Leonard Williams, and then you got Jaron Reed coming in. And once you think you got those two blocked, bam, here comes Byron Murphy. These guys are just solid up front and making it easy for the linebackers to make plays and making it easy for the defensive secondary too.
We love to see it, especially after last week, like you said. Offensively, though, wasn't maybe Sam Darnold's most accurate game, but he came through when he needed to. What did you see?
I got to tell you like this. When you say this guy, you think about it, you say, oh, he had a midday, off-brand day, not so accurate. He had 295 yards passing, which for most, it's not bad. Those aren't pedestrian numbers. This guy, again, is just having a stellar year as a quarterback. He's solid. He's dependable. He had 295 yards, like I said, 2 touchdowns, and most importantly, 0 interceptions. So he's very accurate with the ball, one of the more accurate quarterbacks in the league. Not like some of these other quarterbacks that are out there throwing interceptions after interceptions after interceptions every week. Not saying any names. Geno Smith.
I was such a huge fan of Geno too, and I was kind of sad when he left, and now I'm like, thank you.
A little bit, we've done good with Sam Darnold. Like I said, he's like one of the guys that's really, to me, on an MVP tear undercover.
Okay, I love hearing that. JSN too, come on.
Yes.
His 4th 100-yard game. What did you see from this gentleman?
Well, Jackson Smith is a guy that I had hoped would come into his own, and this year he certainly has. He's not only the best receiver on this team, he's one of the best receivers in the National Football League. The numbers don't lie. This guy is putting up historical numbers at this rate. The guy had an incredible catch, 61-yard touchdown in this game.
It was such a dime.
Oh, it was a dime right on the spot. He beat his defender. He's having an incredible season. This game, this past week versus Jacksonville, what he did was set a fire under this offense. And again, just incredible. I can't say enough about JSN.
When you just said that, I got goosebumps because just his celebration when he got that touchdown too was just, you knew the game was going to go after that.
Absolutely.
Cooper Kupp too. I love this. He got his first touchdown as a Seahawk.
Yeah. So the Cooper Kupp story, for those who aren't familiar with him, he grew up in the state of Washington, played his college football at Eastern Washington, and now he's playing for the Seahawks after spending the majority of his career in Los Angeles. And he was one of the greatest receivers for the past 9 years in the NFL. So he comes to Seattle, and he's really the elder statesman in the room. And I wanted him to be some guy that guys like JSN could look up to and learn how to be a professional. And he's done that. And although he's had kind of a quiet season so far this year, he had his first touchdown this past week, and I was so excited for him and I think he's going to continue to do great things.
I hope so too, because he's so fun to watch. And a lot of chances though for the offense to put this game out of reach, but we weren't doing the best on 3rd down. What were you seeing? What do you think?
Yeah, especially in the second half, we kind of got behind the ball when it came to 3rd down. I think sometimes, the way this offense is set up, they kind of get complacent when they get ahead. They slow down and they, try to slow the clock down, milk the clock a little bit. One of the things I do want to mention is that, of course, Jacksonville plays in the National Football League. Those guys are professionals over there, so that defense was stout. They were not letting anything take place on the ground. They were really stout up front. The front 7, the defensive line and linebackers weren't given any room at all for our running backs. So
our
that
run
was
game was not.
It was abysmal.
Yes.
It was abysmal.
There's a word.
It's the word for the day. Abysmal.
Do you have a player of a game? I know you do. Who is it?
Yeah, I wonder who
could it be?
No, it is JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Again, had an incredible day. This guy has had 4 100-yard games this season already, or is it 5? It might be 5. This game he had 162 yards, a touchdown. Again, he's showing why he's one of the best receivers in the National Football League. I had hoped he'd become a solid number 2 because we had a really good number 1, but he's here. And he's the number one receiver on this team and one of the best receivers in the league.
You said from the jump of this season that he was going to be one to watch, and you are 100% right. The Seahawks have an extra day to prepare for their next game. We actually take home the Texans at home Monday Night Football.
Monday night, yes.
What do you think? How's the game going to go?
Well, Monday night is the big night in football because you're the only show in town. You're the only game on TV. The entire nation is watching. Watch out, because it's going to be gratuitous shots of the Space Needle and Pike Place Markets and salmon throwing and Nirvana. I promise you, it's going to happen. But I think the Seahawks are going to have a big win this week. We have the Houston Texans coming to town. C.J. Stroud at quarterback, Nick Chubbs at running back. They have one of the best defenses in the league, so it's going to be a good challenge for our offensive guys. But I think the Seahawks are going to come out on top.
You think, because we haven't really been the best at home compared to on the road.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a turnaround. We got to have this turnaround because, listen, I promise you, and I'm not saying this as a homer, I believe that when the Seahawks are healthy and playing well, they're one of the top 5 teams in the NFL. Period. Yes.
And Cooper Kupp's going to get his second
Is that what we claiming?
touchdown.
Is that your bold prediction for the week?
I don't know. Okay, we're going to go with it. That's my bold.
Okay,
Thank you for being here, Terry. And now get ready to laugh out loud. Stand-up comedian Ralph Barbosa is bringing his laid-back style and razor-sharp wit to Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Catch his live show on Saturday, October 25th. And it'll be a night of stand-up that's smart, surprising, and seriously funny. So grab your tickets now at muckleshootcasino.com.